Hello and welcome to the tutorial number something. I think it's probably 7. I don't know. I think it's 7. That's really professional, isn't it? And in this one, I'm going to be adding a monster. There's not many tutorials you can say that about, is there? This is the monster adding tutorial. Now, how do we get something like an outlined object into our image? Well, as with many things, there's lots of ways of doing it. But what I want to direct you to is a website called Vecteezy. It's like vectors and it's easy. It's Vecteezy. And Vecteezy is a website with a ton of vector graphics that you can basically have. So when you first come onto it, let's just have a look at what the front screen looks like. It looks like this. And you can search for vectors. So let's search for monster. Okay, this is the results. Now, a couple of things to tell you about this. First of all, some of the vectors that are on this website you have to pay for, and some of them are free. Many of them are free. So I'm going to tell it to begin with, I only want to see the free ones because I don't want to pay for anything. So I can click on there and it will bring back the free ones. The next thing to tell you about this website is that there is a really annoying trait about it, which is that they've partnered up with a company called iStock, which sells graphics to people, graphics and photos to people, and it will desperately try and make you click up here because it wants to take you to the iStock photo website. So just be aware of that and don't click on it, because otherwise you'll go down a rabbit hole that won't help. So if you see the word free over the top of a vector graphic, that's the one for you. So I'm looking for a monster. Now I want a silhouette for my monster, but because we're dealing with graphics, it doesn't need to be a silhouette that I'm actually looking for. Look at this guy. What's he, like a hairy marshmallow, maybe? So I'm going to find something that looks like a nice kind of outline of a monster that could be standing on top of Ilkley Moor. There's quite a lot of them. Well, let's get this one. This is one that will show you how to deal with these files. So that's what it looks like. Now, this is the one that I think I want. I don't want these three because look at them. So I'm going to click on it, and then I can click on free download and then click on free license. I just want a free download. You don't need to log in. It will just let you download. It will try and sell you things, of course, like everything else on the internet. And then it will drop down. Now, on a Mac, it will go into your downloads folder. On a PC, it will also go into your downloads folder, but it's just going to be a bit more effort to find it. So if I click on my downloads and then click here, you can see that what it's given me is a couple of different files. Now, it's given me a JPEG, which looks like that. And JPEGs, as you should already know by now, are bitmap graphics, which means we don't want those ones. So I don't want that. What I want is the EPS file. And EPS is a vector file. If I right-click on it, I can open it with Affinity Designer. So I'm going to do that. You can do the same thing on a PC. Open it with Affinity Designer, and it will appear in Affinity Designer. Now, you might be thinking at this point, oh my God, where's my poster gone? Your poster is still there. It's just that it's on a different tab. These are tabs with different files that are open. So this is where the monsters are. Now look, the monsters are vectors, which means that they are made up of vector objects. Look at that. You can pull them apart. I'm going to move his eye apart like that. So these are graphics just like what you've been doing that are made up of vector objects. So I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want to begin with. Just drag a box around them with the move tool. Gone. Drag a box around this guy as well. See you later. And this is the guy that we want. Now we want this monster to be black as a silhouette. So here's the monster that I want to appear in my image, and you can see that he's made up of lots of different objects put together, but I want the monster to be black, so I simply need to select all of them, click on group, and then tell it that I want the fill color to be black. And then if I click and copy with Command and C or Control and C on a PC, come back over to my image and paste, I can make him smaller. Let's just zoom in so we get him in the right spot. There we go. I'm going to move him down so that he's, I think, there is a sensible place to put him. And there he is. The next thing I'm going to show you as part of this same tutorial is placing vector objects. Now, my film is a PG, so I'm going to go to Wikipedia, our old friend Wikipedia, and then BBFC. And I'm doing that because I know that on the Wikipedia page for the BBFC, which is very good by the way, it does have all of the age ratings as vectors. So if I click on the PG one, and then I click here to download this file, and then choose SVG. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. So this is a vector file that I can download. Click there to download. And then I can come back to my document and go up to the File menu and Place. And then if I go to my downloads, which are there, click on the one that I've just downloaded, and then open. I can drag until it's the size I want it to be, which is probably something like that. So that's how you add vector objects that you've either got from Vecteezy or from another source. For anything like a PG logo, it really should be a vector graphic. Look, I'll prove it's a vector graphic by zooming in on it forever. You can see no pixels, which means that no matter how big we make it, it's not going to appear pixelated. So my poster is nearly done. In the final tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a border if you want a border. I do like borders. And also how to export your poster and turn it into a flat JPEG image. See you in that video. Bye.